Hi viewers, welcome to this session wherein I'm going to discuss organic important reactions. First, let us start with Corey-House synthesis. Corey-House synthesis is a beautiful reaction which is used for the preparation of alkanes. Although there are several methods for the preparation of alkanes, Corey-House synthesis has got its own importance. By using this particular Corey-House synthesis, we can prepare symmetric or unsymmetric alkanes. Whereas, if I take Wood's reaction, I can prepare only symmetric alkanes by using that particular method in an effective manner. Okay. Corey-House synthesis involves a very important reagent, namely Gilman's reagent. Gilman's reagent is nothing but lithium dialkyl cuprate. It is initially manufactured from alkyl lithium and cuprous halide. So this Gilman's reagent on treatment with an alkyl halide produces the desired alkane. And this particular Corey-House synthesis involves SN2 mechanism. Therefore, the alkyl halide taken must be primary to get better yields. And the alkyl group of dialkyl lithium cuprate can be as big as you want. Let us discuss the important aspects of Corey-House synthesis on the board along with few examples now. As I told you in my intro, today let us discuss the Corey-House synthesis, which is a very famous reaction used for the preparation of alkanes. What are we know pretty well, alkanes are hydrocarbons having the general formula CnH2n plus 2. They are also called as saturated hydrocarbons because they contain only sigma bonds. Okay, how does this particular Corey-House synthesis is useful? This reaction Corey-House synthesis uses a Gilman reagent. What is Gilman's reagent? Gilman's reagent. Gilman's reagent is nothing but lithium dialkyl cuprate. It is also abbreviated as R2CuLi. Popularly, it is also known as dialkyl lithium cuprate, but the correct word is lithium dialkyl cuprate. Now let us see how this particular Gilman's reagent is prepared. To prepare Gilman's reagent, first the alkyl halide molecule should be treated with lithium in the presence of a diethyl ether solvent, like this. Therefore, I am going to get alkyl lithium plus lithium halide. For that, I need to take 2 moles of lithium per mole of alkyl halide taken. Okay, so the alkyl lithium so obtained will be made to treat with cuprous halide to get the Gilman's reagent, namely R2CuLi plus LiX is the byproduct. For this, I need to take 2 moles of alkyl lithium compound. So this is the Gilman's reagent, which is very useful for the preparation of alkanes using Corey-House synthesis. Now, what is this Corey-House synthesis all about? Here, lithium dialkyl cuprates, namely R2CuLi, is made to treat with an alkyl halide. From this particular Gilman's reagent, I am going to get an alkanide ion, namely a strong nucleophile. This will be attacking the R' group such that X- is removed. So as a result, we are going to get a new alkane, namely R'. This is the alkane obtained. I can prepare symmetric, unsymmetric alkanes by using Corey-House synthesis. Now let us see few examples involving Corey-House synthesis. I am taking lithium dimethyl cuprate, namely CH3 twice CuLi. Let us suppose I am treating this compound with a methyl chloride. We know pretty well, among carbon and chlorine is more alternative, therefore it gets partial negative charge. Carbon is getting partial positive charge. Therefore, here I have a nucleophilic center. And what is the nucleophile generated from this dialkyl lithium cuprate? It is CH3 minus. So this methanide ion now attacks the carbon of methyl chloride such that this carbon halogen bond is broken heterolytically to give you corresponding compounds, namely CH3-CH3 plus LiCl plus CH3Cu. So this is how we are preparing ethane by using Corey-House synthesis with this example. Corey-House synthesis follows SN2 mechanism. We know pretty well, for SN2 mechanism, I need to take a primary alkyl halide such that I get better yields. Therefore, the alkyl halide taken must be primary. Let us consider one more example. Here I am taking diisopropyl lithium cuprate and I am treating this with, let us suppose, ethyl chloride CH3 CH2Cl. As we know pretty well, carbon bears partial positive charge and chlorine bears partial negative charge, and the alkanide ion obtained here is this particular ion, isopropanide ion. So this isopropanide ion is attacking the carbon such that the carbon halogen bond is broken heterolytically. And what is the alkane that I am going to get now? The alkane that I am going to get is CH3 CH2. For this, I am getting the isopropyl group. So this is the alkane obtained. So this is nothing but 2-methyl butane. 2-methyl butane. That's it. Now let's take one more example. Here I am taking diethyl lithium cuprate. So diethyl lithium cuprate CH3 CH2. This is our ethyl group twice CuL. This on treatment with, let us suppose I am taking again methyl chloride. What is the alkanide ion obtained here? It is R minus ion. Nothing but in place of R I have ethyl group. Therefore I am going to get CH3 CH2 minus. Now this will come and attack our methyl halide such that propane is obtained as the major alkane. Plus, what is that byproducts obtained? The byproducts obtained are lithium chloride and ethyl copper. The Corey-House synthesis involves an SN2 type mechanism, very important. That is the reason why the alkyl halide taken by us should be primary. Okay, fine. But the alkyl group that was present in dialkyl lithium cuprate can be as big as you want. For that, let us consider an example. I am taking ditertiary butyl lithium cuprate like this, a big thing, and I am treating this with, let us suppose, methyl chloride, a primary alkyl halide. And we know very well, in this particular methyl chloride, carbon bears partial positive charge and chlorine bears partial negative charge. And what is the alkanide ion obtained here? It is nothing but a pyramidal shaped tertiary butyl carbanion. This tertiary butyl carbanion will be attacking the methyl group from the rear side and it forms neopentane as our final product. You see, this is neopentane. What are the other products that I can get? The byproducts that I can get is lithium chloride and alkyl copper. What is the alkyl group that I have taken here? It is tertiary butyl. Therefore, I am going to get tertiary butyl copper. That's it.